Okay, why don't we shoot?
He's offset. I've got the slate.
Hell, hello, you old knuckleheads. It is I. Hang on. There we go. Welcome, fellas, to the Jaffe stream. I will obviously remove that song, but that was, if you heard it, I'm using a new piece of software. Wang Chung to Live and Die in LA. That fucking movie is batshit fucking crazy. I apologize for being a little late today. Hang on, let me get this off the screen here and we can chat as pals do. There you go, right? Nope. There we go. Welcome to the show, fellas. Yeah, so first off, can you hear me okay? Can you hear the audio okay? Could you hear the music okay? I asked because, like I said, I'm using some new software. But anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Jaffe stream for the 19th of December. It's going to be an accelerated show today because it's a very packed day here on the channel. We have this show, then we have Lunch with Jaffe coming up probably around 12:45, 12:50, and then we have a proper Gabbing and Games coming up this afternoon. So that is the rundown. I'm glad you're here with me. Hello, Dave Calzone. Hello, Robbie Damati. I want to tell you a couple things real quick, though. I want to show you about my morning. First off, I'm a little late because I go out to the grocery store this morning to get some errands and chores done and shit that I've been putting off. And as I'm checking out, I don't know what kind of horseshit this is. As I'm checking out, they have these Kinder eggs, and I've always liked the Kinder egg concept because it was like a mystery box, and all these fucking little bitches out there. I need to know what's inside. What's inside the egg? That's the fun. Okay, that's the fun when you buy a little fucking blind box of, video game Lego figures. Ooh, am I going to get Solid Snake Lego or am I going to get Sweet Tooth Lego? That's the fucking fun. No, I need to know what's inside. Now, I don't know if this is accurate because they literally have pictures on the eggs of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. So I'm imagining you already know when you buy it what you're going to get. Well, I bought one and I'm going to open it right now because I want to. If this is some horse shit, if this is what's happening, because I bought one. Of course, I chose Wonder Woman, right? And let's open it. It's an unboxing. If this has Wonder Woman in it, that is such horse shit. Let kids have some fucking fun. What's next? Like the Cracker Jack box is just going to tell you exactly what it is? Fuck that. God damn. How do you open this shit? God damn it. Okay. It's not even in the egg. I guess the egg's on one side, the chocolate. And then what do we got? Let's see. Let's open up. It looks like that. That's where the toy is in there, okay? I bet you it's Wonder Woman. I'll be so pissed. I mean, not that I don't want Wonder Woman, but I'm just like, let people have some fucking fun, man. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to eat the egg. Not right now. I'm not hungry. Oh, holy. Okay, well, I mean, okay, well, the good news is we have good news and bad news. The good news is it's not Wonder Woman. It is a proper blind box. The bad news is, to me, I thought I was going to get some little, I was going to get some little action figure toy, like a little, cheapy little fucking gotcha machine you'd see in Japan kind of thing, right? That's what I thought we were in for. I got a sticker of, here. I got a fucking sticker of Catwoman and then a little fucking thing I can stick it on. Fuck you guys. What a bunch of horse shit. That's what I got? That's what I got? Come on, man. That's super fucking lame. Anyway, I go out to the store. I'm doing that. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I got my pumpkin spice. I'm going to take a little sip here. And I figured as I was coming back to the car, I'd take a picture of my car because I always talk about my beautiful, wonderful car. And I just want to make it clear. I'm not doing a bit. I'm not lying to you, boys. This is what I drive around. This is what the creator of Twisted Metal drives around. That is my 2003 Toyota Corolla. It's missing the back hubcap. I probably haven't taken it through a wash in about 8 years. I'm not even fucking with you. There you go. So that is the actual car. Pumpkin spice is a cancer causer, says Addie Pie. I rarely drink it. It can't be bad as Diet Coke. This is not a plastic cup. This is just cardboard, what they gave it to me in. But there's the beautiful, delightful Jaffe Mobile. Look at that beauty. That thing will go to hell and back if you need it to. That is a beautiful fucking, that's the kind of car you want. It's dependable. It doesn't break down. I take it in to get maintenance. They say this thing could run another 150,000 miles. They tell me that every 5 years. I don't want to get a new car. I knew it was coming. Left Control says, Jesus Christ, man, get a new car. But why? What would the point of getting a new car be? Addie Pie says 8 years without a wash is sad. Why? It's not a person. It doesn't smell bad because it doesn't take a shower. It's just a fucking car. It goes where it needs to go. Also, I do want to let you know when I was out, I also did this. You can't even hear me. I hate this software. Hide that. Bring that. I'm gone. I'm sorry. I hate this software. Here's what I was saying. So I go to the UPS box, and Twisted Sith sent me something, right? Our very own Twisted Sith. And it says, here it is, and there's a package. And this was in it, but I'm not opening it. Not yet, because he sent me a letter that said, from Twisted Sith, open during the live stream and read on Christmas. So the Christmas stream, whenever that is, we'll be opening this. Like I said, I hope it's not ticking, but if it is, it'll be a hell of a way to go back. So Sith, in advance, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Okay. I just want to briefly show you this. You may have seen it, but people always talk about my love of AI, and they say, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot for liking AI, blah, blah, blah. You know what? And what good is AI? What good is AI? Right here. I see what's happening. That's what good is AI. You're able to create a picture of a little boy opening his Christmas present, and he got the Lobo action figure from Empire Strikes Back, and his whole family's shooting him the bird and laughing at him. How can you not love the goddamn AI when this happens? Fuck you guys. I do use OBS. I use OBS in the afternoon. In the morning, because I do call-ins on this show, call-ins are much easier on Talk Studio, but it's not as intuitive. In fact, let me put the link if anybody's interested in calling in, sharing their views or thoughts, whatever. There you go. It's in the chat right now. But I will say, fuck you guys making fun of my car. Do you understand something? You guys are caught in the capitalist Cookie Monster. All right. The more you don't spend on crap, the more money you have to spend on what you love. Now, if you are a car aficionado, then I am with you 1,000%. Go get your goddamn groove on. Get the fucking coolest car you can afford. With the cool lights, and don't race it on the streets, you stupid idiot, but get the coolest car and get all the cool shit and all that. Delightful, fucking delightful. But if car for you is car for me, which is just get me where I'm going, that's like houses for me. If I could have, every time I see one of these people in one of these fucking tiny homes, I'm like, I want to live in a fucking tiny home. I want to have the best internet in the world. I want to live in a tiny fucking home. And in the wood, and it's not like I'm a hermit. It's not like I don't like people. I like people a great deal, but I just want to be away from all the crap out there. It's like, I only want to be like a mile from town, but leave me alone. I want to go into my little tiny home. Takes 5 minutes to clean. God, we've been bamboozled with all this crap. They say I don't even know. I haven't done Christmas. You guys done your Christmas shopping yet? I haven't done my Christmas shopping yet. I need to, of course, but even that, I read a story today or last night that said that Americans are walking away more and more from typical Christmas traditions. Let me see if I can find it. I have it up here somewhere. Here it is. Xmas no more. Americans are over Christmas traditions and want to swap traditional turkey for all-time favorite takeout. I mean, again, I'm an agnostic, right? But we celebrate Christmas. And fuck you, Addie Pie. Is that boring? Fuck you, you idiot. We cellbrate Christmas. We celebrate just the holidays. We don't believe in anything here except just, our right to do whatever the fuck we want in our hedonistic, hellhole. But, yeah, I mean, to me, it's like you stay in your pajamas or whatever you sleep in all day. You order fucking food if they're open, and you watch fucking TV and you open the goddamn presents. That's it. But again, if you're religious, I get it. You got to go to midnight mass. You do all the things to thank the baby Jesus. You watch Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. Have you seen Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas? We're doing a movie night on the stream for members this Saturday. I'm not sure if that's going to be one of the movies or not, but boy, that's a piece of shit, man. Matthew says, I'm not big on turkey. I'm Italian. We do the 7 fishes. Well, there you go. There you go. But yeah, I wonder how many people, I'm sure there are real religious people that sit around and think about it being Jesus's birthday. I mean, it's not really his birthday on the, the 25th, whenever he was born. I'm not in my evangelical phase, Mavizzle. I think it's all very goofy. I mean, I would rather all the holidays just kind of be, we get rid of all the, of course, I don't know. I mean, I'm glad if you love the Christmas and you love to celebrate the baby of the Jesus. I think that's great. I'm not opposed to it. I love the holiday. I'm just saying sometimes I have to think about it and go, what is this holiday really about? Yeah. Oh, hey, Zane says Christmas is the most secular holiday, showing appreciation for your fellow man. Yeah, that's what I love about it. And that's what I love about Thanksgiving. There's so many great aspects about these holidays. I just don't like I don't like the narrative that goes with some of them. Jaffe says, Addie Pie, Jesus loves you. Well, tell him to get in line. Okay. Oh, do I enjoy Christmas movies? I do, DeNova. I love Christmas movies, but I will say that, they've gotten to the point now where we really need a couple of new Christmas classics, because so many of the recent modern, quote, modern classics, basically I'm talking about like Love Actually and The Holiday, are really good films, but they really haven't aged that well. In fact, I was reading an interview with Keira Knightley, who plays one of the girls in the movie, obviously. And she was 17 at the time. And in the movie, and I'm sure if you haven't seen it, it's the one with the guy from the zombie thing, The Walking Dead. And he comes to her door and he's holding up the cardboard that he's written on the poster board, like, to me, you're perfect, blah, blah, blah. And he's basically been filming her all year long with his video camera, because she married his best friend. And everybody thought he was gay because they're like, oh, you're filming your best friend. But in truth, he was filming her. And she discovers it, and that she discovers he's obsessed. So one night he knocks on the door and she opens the door and he starts playing Christmas music and showing her these cards like, you're perfect, I love you, blah, blah, blah. But he says, okay, I have to move on. And it's like, and Keira Knightley said in the interview the other day, she said, when I was filming it, the director said, Keira, your face, when we did the reverse shot for you to respond to this, your face looks like you're freaked out. And she says, I am freaked out. This is creepy, right? It's supposed to be creepy. And the director's like, no, it's sweet. It's romantic. And she's like, okay, well, let's shoot it again, I suppose. And that's what they got the movie in, are those shots. But it is creepy. And then he walks away, like all this time he's been obsessing, and he walks away and he's like, okay, enough. And then she runs up and kisses him and walks away. It's like, what is this? But Addie Pie says, Jaffe, don't shit on a great film. It is a great film. I love it. And I also love The Holiday, which isn't as problematic as the kids say. But I think we need something today that's a little more modern. I haven't watched Hot Frosty. Have you guys watched Hot Frosty? Which is the Lacey Chabert Netflix movie that all the Christmas fans are talking about. A snowman comes to life, but he's like a chiseled
savior of gaming joined.
And they have a little relationship there. I don't fucking know. Let's bring on the well, I'm trying to. Hang on. God damn it, Maverick. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to try to bring on the Savior for a moment. Savior, it's Jaffe. What's up, pal?
What's up, Jaffe? It's Pete Turtle.
Oh, Lord have mercy. How you doing, bud?
Good. It's the savior of gaming.
Oh, sorry, it was too long for me to read. Okay, what's going on? How are you? Have you done all of your Christmas shopping?
I told you this years ago. You don't remember anything, do you?
Not a goddamn thing. Have you done?
I called in like 5 years ago. I don't celebrate holidays. It's paganism. You're not supposed to do it. You're only supposed to celebrate the Lord.
What's your girlfriend think about this? You think she's in on all this? She's fine with this?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend. I wouldn't have taken her in if she didn't agree with everything that I say.
What is she, a fucking dog? You wouldn't have taken her in? Was she like out on the front porch?
Something like that. Now let's get down to brass tacks, man. Let's talk about.
I don't have any brass tacks.
Let's talk about this Superman trailer.
All right, hang on. I'm prepared as fuck. What about it? It's up on the screen right now.
Okay, so I don't really have much of an issue with the well, am I echoing?
Yeah, hang on, let me fix that.
Come on, baby. You've been doing this too long.
No, it's this dumb software. Keep going. Okay, you're not echoing anymore, so go ahead.
Okay, so I don't have much of an issue with the trailer itself. And I was actually pretty happy to see that most of the cast in there was white. And it looks like a love story between two white people. I
Mhm,
appreciate that.
mhm.
But here's my real issue.
Well,
Did
it
you
doesn't
read
sound
the
like you have an issue yet.
Okay, well, I'm about to say it. Did you read the comments on like the trailer under like the
No,
YouTube?
I listen. Here's my response first, just so we understand. I watched the trailer this morning. I think James Gunn makes really good movies. I'm very excited for this. I thought the trailer was absolutely a waste of my time. There was nothing interesting in that trailer at all. I like all the actors they've hired. I think Superman looks cool. Love the
Even the
dog.
dog is white.
You're right. Love the dog. But then right afterwards, I went over and I watched the trailer for the new Karate Kid movie, Karate Kid Legends,
Hmm.
with Jackie Chan and Ralph
Hmm.
Macchio, and I'm like, oh, that was
Hmm.
so much better. So I still have great faith and hope for Superman, but the
Hmm.
trailer really was like, it didn't show me anything interesting. It's like, yeah, I get it. He's an icon. He's amazing. You're supposed to be wow, but it didn't earn any of that, you know.
Look, that's actually a good thing, Jaffe, because this is my issue.
Okay.
I'm reading the comment section, and it's nothing but stories from like 58-year-old guys, 40-year-old guys saying, I just cried when I watched this trailer. This reminds me of when I watched Christopher Reeve in the 70s and the 80s. And I remember going to see this. And it's like, what happened? It's
With
like
what?
what Alan Moore said, that this stuff was made for kids, man.
No,
It seems
that's
like men aren't growing up anymore.
well, okay. I first off, let's be clear. I don't. Okay, there's two things you're bringing up. One is the idea that um there are people in the comments, which I haven't read, and I don't know if the vast majority of comments are this, but I'm sure you did see some, which are talking about the nostalgia effect of this trailer and making people long for that simpler time when they were kids and watching the Christopher Reeve movies with their dad, blah blah blah. Fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I think the only problem with it is Superman does need to appeal to a whole new generation,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
this trailer was pretty much nostalgia porn. If you don't know who Superman is, or if you don't care, nothing in this trailer did anything to make you go, "Oh, now I'm interested." You're just like, "Okay, yeah, it's that guy." So I understand why those guys would have that response, just like maybe I would have the same response to Indiana Jones or something, a new cast of Indiana Jones. But yeah, I don't think the trailer worked.
Whatever
As
happened
for
to
superheroes being for kids, you
Mhm.
know, I don't think that really is accurate. I think, especially in a time, I mean, we can get into a level of intelligent discourse that I don't think you're equipped for. But
Okay,
um,
racist, go ahead.
why am I racist?
Because you're attacking what could be a black man's IQ.
You're the one who
What's good?
said you were happy there were no black people in the trailer. You're the racist.
All right,
So,
go ahead.
but what I'm saying though about it is, you know, the idea of heroes or aspirational figures, when Alan Moore made that comment, and it's been a while, but it hasn't been that long ago. I don't think he took into account just the absolute teardown that has occurred with all of the adult people that were supposed to be that for adults. All of the stars, all of the politicians, all of our heroes, as they say, have turned out as we always knew they would, to have feet of clay. And so, in absence of actual people we can point to, and it's impossible because people are just people, everyone's going to have an Achilles heel. Things like superheroes, I think, do give us something to hold on to and to aspire to. I don't think grown men are walking around genuinely thinking Superman's real. But I think when you've got the Twin Towers coming down, and you've got school shootings, and you've got COVID, and you've got all kinds of political upheaval, it wouldn't be nice to see somebody come in as a fascist and just say, I'm Superman, I'm going to do what I want, I'm going to take care of things. But it sure would be nice to
Mhm.
have somebody that had our back. And I think in this capitalist shit show that is America right now, a lot of people, rightly so, feel that no one's got their back. So I get the
Well,
appeal
I,
of
I think
superheroes.
I think there's a few people that have our backs right now, and I think right
Who's
now the
that?
country is pretty optimistic. I think we got RFK Jr.,
Oh,
we got
Lord, you're a
Elon Musk,
moron.
and we got Donald
Yeah.
Trump. But let me just say the last thing, and I'll go
All right.
just on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think men need to start growing out of these things.
Mm-hmm.
They need to start maturing. somebody like me, I wake up every day, I go to the gym. I'm
No, you don't.
raising a girlfriend.
No, you're
I'm
raising
raising
a
a
girl.
girlfriend.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm raising a girlfriend and I have my own business. These people who are crying over Superman because they went with their mommy to go see it 50 years ago need to get it together, man. We're never going to take back and reclaim this country, men I'm talking about, from
Mhm,
women that have hijacked it if we
mhm.
don't get our shit together.
Oh
Straight
yeah.
up. But
You
I'll
don't
post
like
that
you
during
don't
the
like
Christmas
that
tree.
women are in control of the country, P Turtle. You don't find that really arousing and hot that
Hell no.
women.
There's nothing hot about a woman being in control.
Let me ask you this question though, seriously, while I
So,
have you here, and then I'm going to let you go.
uh-huh.
I'm going to put this on the screen real quick. You'll echo, but then I'll take it off. But check your screen real quick. Tell me when you see this picture.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Oh, yeah, that's what's her name?
Sydney
The
Sweeney.
Sweeney girl.
Yeah. Now,
I mean, those are nice breasts, but it looks like
hang
she's
on,
gaining
hang on.
some weight, man.
What? Hang on. So I have to assume so much of this is trolling when it comes to the people's response to this picture. Please tell me that this is a troll, right? Which is Sydney Sweeney is beautiful when she's made up and she's beautiful when she's not. But when these pictures came out that were unedited pictures and she wasn't wearing makeup and all that, there were men that started posting online suggesting that this was, how dare her, she's been lying to us, this is disgusting. That's got to be trolling, correct? No one's serious about this.
Can I say this? And
As
I'm
I
being
look at
honest when I
these
say this.
pictures and I go, she looks fucking. I mean, have you ever been with an actual woman, not in Photoshop? She looks amazing.
Can I say this? It's
Yeah.
not entirely their fault to think that way. It's two things.
Mhm.
First off, whenever you see this woman, whatever her name is,
Yeah.
she always has a bunch of makeup on, right? So
Yeah.
when you get
Sure.
a picture without these women, when they finally reveal what they actually look like, a lot of guys are like, "Holy hell, that doesn't look like what I've been seeing for the past 10 years." The
Sure, but
other thing is,
doesn't that suggest that those are men who actually haven't really ever had any kind of real relationship with any kind of woman? Because
Jeffy, what do you think I'm talking about with these Superman fans? Most of these people have not been with women,
oh come on, that's not
let
true.
alone hot women. And then the second thing, it's porn brain. A lot of these guys, because they're not with women and they're jerking off to goddamn Superman's new suit, they don't, they look at these
Wait a minute,
women
wait a
and
minute.
they
Was
want them
that
to look like porn stars.
what that was an option? You can jerk off to the suit.
I mean, I didn't do it, but I'm sure a lot of these
I
weirdos
wasn't
out
aware you
there.
could do that. I'll be right back. All
All
right, Pete Turtle. Thank you, buddy. I'll
right,
talk to
later,
you later,
man.
man. See ya. All right, there goes. Plazookas, I'll bring you in 1 second. Let me get to the some of the comments here. I do. Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, critically realist says raising a girlfriend, the realest ever. I would imagine this has got to be troll stuff. Like I said, I have been very grateful to discover that what we do in the shadows clip of the energy vampire, and now my guard is up beyond up. I'm just like, okay, there's no way someone didn't post this and go, I'm going to get a bunch of engagement with this. There's no way someone looks at this woman and says, I'm not interested in her anymore. Are you out of your fucking mind? You out of your fucking mind. All right, let me bring on Plazookas real quick. Hang on. Hide on stream. Bring on Plazookas. What's up, Plazookas? Good to see you. How's things?
Well, I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's good to intro with Pete Turtle being here. He talks about maturity, and yet when he sees a real woman, he wants to be condescending and suggest that, the only reason why people have this bad impression of her is because she always wears makeup. How unrealistic is that?
Let's put it this way, Plazookas. P Turtle has never shown his face on camera. That's that.
Pete Turtle won't date anybody above the age of 20 because of his, self-conscious ways as to what people look like.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, he will never, ever show himself. We don't even know what he looks like. So I think the fact that he's commenting on anyone's looks. Now, look, I will give it to B Turtle. If this guy one day decides to pull a Christmas miracle and show up, and we see him, and it's like, holy shit, you're a really good looking dude, I would be like, you know what, P Turtle, I still think you're out of your fucking mind, but okay, you probably have some game. But until you show up with a picture, I don't believe it. I don't fucking believe it 1 minute.
When we have people like Trump being idolized, we need somebody like Superman as the opposite. Go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but even on the left, I mean, I'm the most progressive guy, of course, but on the left, I will tell you that, I think all of us are looking for some inspiration. I think all of us are looking for someone to show up, and it's going to end up being, no one's ever going to achieve that because you're looking for something that's just, we're not that as a people. But I do think having these figures, and while Alan Moore may have said what Alan Moore said, another comic writer, what's the guy's name who wrote Planetary and bald guy, Alan Moore, and then this guy was somebody else, big comic guy, of The Authority. What's his name? Hang on, I gotta find this out real quick. Comic writer, The Authority. He wrote hang on. Not Brian Hitch, Planetary. Come on, help me out, chat.
Yeah, I'm not that well read. Sorry.
No, I know, that's fine. What's the guy's name? Comic writer, bald. Come on, Jaffe. Grant Morrison. Okay. He wrote Batman and Robin, The Invisibles. He writes a lot of, he said superheroes are basically kind of the aspirational figures of what we would be if we could just get our shit together and stop acting like assholes. And I think that's great. I think we need that. So I don't agree with him on his take on superheroes. I think in light of, or in lack, or in a vacuum of no real inspirational figures, we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, and Superman has been often criticized because of how powerful he is, but he makes a choice to not use that power for anything evil, right? And that's the whole point of it. That's the human side of Superman that makes him my favorite superhero of all time. Like superhero is the top of my actual tier list of superheroes.
Me as well.
And I loved as a superhero fan, as somebody to watch all the superhero movies. I'm not much of the comic book type. And I love that this one feels a little bit different, where we're going to have an ensemble cast, and we're going to have Krypto, a comic book character that's going to be realized for the first time on the screen. And the look of him, did you see Krypto on the screen?
Oh yeah, he looks great. He's super cute. And the introduction was obviously very sad, and they had to do that because obviously people are going to be like, Superman's too overpowered, and they made him bleed. Superman bled, which is important. You gotta have a connection with Superman. That's the whole point. That's why we love him, Jaffe, because we already have a connection with him. Sure, but like I said, I don't think it was a good trailer. I mean, did you like the trailer?
I understand the criticism, but I love the trailer. Okay. I think this is going to be a lot more comedic than people give it credit for. And how could it not be with Green Lantern looking the way he does? Unless they're trying to like riff off of the right wing.
Here's what I'll say. I didn't like. I think what it is I think Superman really needs and I think most people would agree. I don't think I'm saying anything bold or clever, but I think he needs a rebranding, or I don't mean he needs a reintroduction. He needs people who don't really even think about him to understand why he's a cool superhero, right? And why we need him now way more than ever as what he represents. And the fact that they suddenly have Hawk Girl, and they have Guy Gardner as the Green Lantern, and they have, was it Mr. Terrific or whatever with the T on his face?
Yep.
It's like, okay, it's too much. It's like,
it's a lot. It's too much. It may be too much.
Again, James Gunn knows what he's doing. I don't think he's.
They could all die within
that's
the
right.
first moments of the show.
Or it could all be a flashback, whatever. But I definitely think, because clearly there's a bit of an origin story for Superman, because Lois Lane clearly doesn't know
Superman.
him.
The title is Superman, not Superman and Friends, not the
Well,
Justice
not just
League.
that, but I think if you're the modern audience, they haven't really understood the value of this character, and so I just hope that all those other characters, it doesn't just feel like, oh, dude, it's too much.
I hope so too, and that is my worry. Hopefully, he didn't bite off more than he could chew with James Gunn, and he was overly ambitious for the first film, for the reboot of the DC Comics. Yeah. But the tone, the look, the feel is right on point, and I think it'll be more comedic. But obviously, we saw Superman in a very dire strait at the beginning of the trailer. And we need that as well, because unfortunately, for whatever it is, he needs to be a martyr. He needs to be a person that people feel sorry for, because he's been unjustly criticized for being overpowered, when in reality he's human, and that's what makes him so weak.
Well, he's not human. I mean, he's human internally.
He's born as he basically he's
He's an illegal alien. You can say it.
No, he's not.
And
he's born, he was here as a baby. He's
and
much
I
as a
just
human as
and the
anybody.
guy who plays Lex, who's Lex, Nicholas Hoult in this movie, I very much got a sense, and it was very brief, and I'm probably reading into this, but it would not surprise me if the Nicholas Hoult character references Elon Musk as sort of an inspiration.
Sure.
If there was a feeling of that just on a couple of the shots we got from him. So I'm looking forward to it. I will see it. I love the Lois Lane casting. I love her as an actress. I love everything she's done. I'm looking forward to Jimmy Olsen. The whole thing looks good. But I don't think it's a good trailer. Like I think the Karate Kid trailer is a much better.
I watched that as well. Fantastic trailer as well. They brought back Ralph.
But see, what did they do in that trailer? That at least I'll tell you why that resonated with me is because it doesn't rely on anything else. Like you don't have to have seen the Jackie Chan Karate Kid or any of the Karate Kids with Makio to still go, oh, fundamentally, this is a story about a person who's being picked on and he somehow finds a way to still kind of keep his essence and fight back and win. There's a humanity there that transcends the material. And I know that will be in Superman. That's all good stories. But the Superman trailer was more coasting on, hey, you like Superman? Not a problem. Look at him. Yeah, Superman. All right, we'll see you in the summer. And I'm like, well, okay, but I'm a sure thing. I'm like a hooker, sex worker. Sorry.
I really don't care if anybody watches. Actually, it's a good thing.
I do, because if it doesn't, you're fucked because we don't get any more.
Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, like, I don't want people to go in here perceiving it to be anything other than Superman and being idealistically good. And if you're not that kind of person, if you're a Trump supporter, if you're somebody that believes in Lex or Satan, you know what? At that rate, you don't have to go see this movie. I'll go see it. It'll bring me hope and optimism and maybe it'll inspire other people.
The last thing I'll say on that is I really, really hope that what I think, and again, I do think James Gunn is a very self-aware, smart guy. I'm not criticizing. The only thing I would be critical of, I don't think this was the right teaser trailer or whatever to put out, but I do think if they don't somehow metaphorically, I don't think it should be super on the nose because it'll piss people off, but somehow get to the heart of Superman being some sort of metaphor for healing the division. Look, if you're
that's what he should be.
Yeah. And if you're a certain kind of Trump supporter, or if you believe the myths of certain Democrats, I'm not talking about those people, just people who have a different view than I have, and they have a different view than
we don't have anybody else. We don't have a Trump.
Right. Well, I don't think, I think it would be unfortunate if Superman became a symbol of the left.
What are we going to do though? We don't have AOC can't even
but that's not the goal. The goal is that's not why they make movies. I think it would be great if Superman represented, hey, are there some real evil pieces of shit on the right? You goddamn right. And are there some real evil pieces of shit on the left? Yeah, not as many, but yeah, you goddamn right. But Superman
we want more
Superman. We want people that can be like, you know what though? I'm not red state, I'm not blue state, I'm the United States, or I'm people, I'm humanity. That's what we want Superman to represent, in my opinion. If I was doing it, I don't need him to be
Superman.
It is, but that's what I'm saying. So he's not a anti-Republican guy.
No, but unfortunately, we need something so bold and so fresh that it knocks those people to their senses and say, you know what, maybe I should be a good person starting today, because it's the mind virus. Elon talks about the mind virus, right? It is the mind virus of the right. They are being corrupted by a lot of people. A lot of people that are going to be hurt by this administration are being corrupted, and they need to be woken up.
Yeah, they are. They are. But again, they will tell you that we are as well. They think
I know.
Think we are just and
they have Trump, and we need Superman.
Okay, but all I'm saying is I just think about it for a minute. When the left side and the right side are both accusing the other side of the exact same thing, what do you think the more logical play is? To assume that you just happen to have gotten lucky and been born with the brain that puts you on the quote correct side, or maybe we're all being played? It seems to me the latter is more probable. I'm not saying
we are all getting played, and we do need to move more to the center, and we need to be more compassionate and all that. We have two extremes in there, and they both look really bad right now politically. And we might even shut down the government all the way through Christmas until the inauguration, which is a horrible thing because
I know.
Elon.
And that's what Elon wants to do. But, we'll see. But listen, I think what they should do if they really want to piss off the right is they should call it Superman, but man should be in quotes. So we don't really know what's
I
under
hope the right wing
underwear.
hates Superman. I really do.
I
And I hope they
don't.
go against the Green Lantern looking the way he does and say that it's trying to mock their establishment or whatever else because he has a mullet and he looks
I
really
could not
weird.
be progressive. I could not be more of a supporter of so many left causes, but I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong. It's people are too mean. They're
They are people have become
says
too
it should
mean.
be called Superman. Come on now. All right.
And I hope we all can aspire to be better, and it's in our minds and it's in our abilities to do so.
Absolutely. All right. See you, buddy. Thanks for calling.
Bye.
All right. There he goes, fellas. Okay. Anyway, that's Superman. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there. But we'll see how it goes. Okay. But I thought the trailer was fine. Listen, let's play a little game here. Are you curious about what the top slang words of 2024 are? In fact, I tell you what, I'm gonna pause this topic. I'm gonna put the chat up. I want you to call in if you think you know what these terms are. If you think you're hip to the kids, call in. And I'm going to run these slang terms by you, and I want to see if you know what they are. I'll give you an example. One of the top slang words of 2024 is beige flag. I didn't know what this is. My son knew what this was. I had no idea what this was. Beige flag is a term used to point out certain neutral traits in partners. This is the middle child of the red flag and the green flag. The way he held his fork during dinner was such a beige flag. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know what the fuck that was. Okay. So if you want to call in the meantime, we're going to talk about something else and then we'll come back to this. But I'd love to see if you know these. I don't know what the fuck this is on your screen. Hang on. I don't know what this fucking thing is. I mean, I can tell you what it is, but it's called the Corpus Museum in the Netherlands. I don't know what the hee-haw motherfucking shit I'm looking at. What the fuck is the Corpus Museum? We're going to look that up. Is it a museum of teeth? Corpus. Hang on. Corpus Museum. Oh, that's cool. Journey through the human body. Although it says it's the awful museum in the Netherlands. We visited Corpus, the journey through the human body experience. The paint is already flaking. The manager was 18 years old, could only tell me things that were not broken. Okay, well, it sounds like it's a shit show, but it's a great idea. I want to fucking journey through the human fucking body. I want to go to that museum. Sounds excellent. Excellent. I love stuff like that. Okay, we got Gary on. All right, Gary, it's Jaffe. You ready? You want to tell me if you think you know what's hip with the kids?
I might talk about that Superman trailer.
All right, fine. What do you want to talk about, baby? It's your show. Go, Gary. Go.
I found out something that involves twisted metal
and Superman.
Yeah.
All right, go.
You know the guy who's going to play Metamorpho in Superman?
Metamorpho. I don't even know who that is, but no, go ahead.
Well, the actor that's going to play him in the Superman movie.
Yeah, I'm looking him up right now.
Calypso in your series.
Really?
Yeah. I found it out on a different stream.
Metamorpho. Oh, well, he looks like a Calypso. That guy looks great. Let me bring him up real quick.
I was kind of hoping Matt Mercer, because he looked like the one from the last game you did.
Yeah, but look at this guy, you guys. Hang on a second, Gary. I'm going to put you on mute so we don't get an echo. That guy would be great. So I guess they're going for the bald, twisted metal black Calypso. That's cool.
Yeah, he's also doing a movie with Jenna Ortega.
The unicorn movie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he looks great. I think that's fucking dynamite, man. I didn't know that. I'm not really involved in the Twist Metal show at all. I had a few meetings on the first season, and that was it. They asked me to do a cameo, and I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to travel, and I haven't spoken to him since the end of the first season. But I think it's fucking. I love the show, and I think it's. And they've already finished filming the second season. I don't know when it's going to come out. Probably spring. And yeah, if that's their Calypso, I think we're in for a really. They continue to do a great job, really being respectful of the brand. I think it's excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, one thing I want to say about the God of War games.
Yeah.
The one thing about Anger Boda, a lot of people were upset that they made Anger Boda black. But the funniest thing is, she's not even supposed to look. Her true form isn't supposed to be a human form. It's supposed to be a muscular werewolf.
Okay. You mean in Norse mythology?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're forgetting a very, very key aspect, though. Right?
Not really.
You're forgetting a huge aspect of why people didn't like that character. Because people are racist. Right? Well, Gary, are you with me?
What's that again?
I said the reason people don't like the character is because they're racist.
Not really. Because
you don't think people are racist against the character because she's a black girl?
Well, actually, it's out of like ignorance. Because Because now trust me, I'm black as well, but
me too.
But the thing is, like, instead of just going on a rant and say, yeah, they just made her into a black girl. I actually looked it up.
Yeah.
And then I collected a lot of information on a lot of websites about the character.
Okay.
About Anger Boda.
Okay.
And then so to be honest, like Anger Boda can look like anyone because she can shapeshift.
Right. No, I'm with you. I understand. I'm saying that the reason she got a lot of pushback, though, is a lot of people are programmed to see anybody black in their games that they historically have seen as white properties, and they go, grrr. That's the issue. I think people are racist. They complain. Let's put it this way. Do you think 99% of the people playing God of War Ragnarok or God of War, God of War 2018 and Ragnarok even knew who that character was before they introduced her in the game?
Oh no,
exactly.
Definitely not.
So you know what? They should sit down and shut the fuck up. Is what I would say. Because I think let's put it this way. That game had other problems. I got so bored of that game. As much as I appreciated the production of it, thought it was incredibly made. I didn't even get to that character. I'm like, you shitting me? I can't play this game anymore. I'm bored out of my fucking mind.
I mean, hey, I was upset. I was upset when I found out that Baxter Stockman from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was originally black.
Who was now?
Baxter Stockman.
I don't know who that is.
And then in the cartoon series, they made him white. They made him.
You know what would piss?
They made him.
What character, Gary, do you think would, if they swap their race from a white person to a black person, would piss people off to no end? My guess would be either April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles, but I think the big one would, what if they remade Star Wars with Luke Skywalker as a black dude? Can you imagine? It would be, they should make two movies. They should make Star Wars again with Luke as a black guy, but then they should also really be making in secret a documentary about these people losing their shit for Luke being a black guy. I would love that movie. I would watch it every day. Gary, you and I, let's make that movie together, buddy. You all right, bud? You still there?
Oh yeah.
What do you want for Christmas? What are you hoping is under the tree this year?
Hopefully, for now, I would like to create my own story.
Really? Okay. What are you writing? Are you learning to write? Do you write? What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm making a game about a
Okay.
superhero named Miss Fury,
Okay.
but it's more modernized than the older comics.
Excellent. And what are you using to make the game? Are you using Unreal or Unity or RPG
I'm using
Maker or what?
Godot.
What's that?
I'm using Godot.
Okay. Excellent. Well, when you get some stuff you want to show off, call back in. I'll show it to people. I'd love to see it. That's great.
Cool.
Good for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, look, buddy, have a great holiday and thank you for calling. I appreciate you calling in and talking to you.
Cool.
And thank you for letting me know about this Calypso guy. This is crazy. That's some good casting. You're right.
Yeah.
All right, bud. See you, Gary.
All right.
All right, man. There he goes, fellas. Gary off into the evening. That Calypso looks great. He ain't wrong. That's pretty cool. That's pretty fucking cool. All right. Nobody wants. Do we want to see the slang? I don't have to show you the slang. I could show you something else. I could show you this. Boom. Disney's rebooting the X-Files. He's rebooting the X-Files. Yes, the X-Files getting a reboot over. I'll watch the shit out of that. I love UFOs and aliens and all that shit. Now with all the stuff that's happening now, with all the drones and all the UAPs and Tic Tac and Stephen Greer and David Grash and all that shit, I would watch the fuck out of this and update. It needs an update. Question is, what are they going to do with it? What are they going to do with it? Are they going to woke-a-file the X-Files? They probably will. It's Disney. They probably, although they're, I would say I don't want to say they're learning their lesson because I agree with a lot of the progressive stuff they do, but they certainly are recognizing that, if they kind of put it as on the nose as they have been, people are going to walk. And I think that's fine. I think that's fine. The real question I have to remember, because I don't know if I ever thought of Gillian Anderson as hot, who played, Scully, right? Was that the idea of her, besides being a great character, was, if you recast Scully, do you get someone really hot, or do you get someone that's like hot but smart hot, like Olivia Munn kind of thing? I don't know. What do you mean that's the most insane thing I've ever said about Gillian Anderson? Sorry, she just was never my cup of tea, and so she never even presented as that to me. Sorry. And did they ever hook up? Somebody's saying they want them to keep them as a couple. I know at the first couple seasons, Haley Atwell would be good. That's pretty fucking good. That's good. I would totally fucking watch Haley Atwell in this fucking motion picture show. Absolutely. Or TV show. And I'll tell you something else though. I want to show you. Okay, so Turtle says Scully went from frumpy to hot over the quarter. See, yeah, I didn't really watch a lot of it. I watched the first season, and I was just starting my job at Sony. I wasn't watching lots of TV, and so it kind of missed me. I knew what it was. I know what it is. But anyway, but listen to this though. Now, this is something I want to show you guys this, and you guys know I consider myself, as long as, they agree, they, like they're one person, but I consider myself an ally of the trans community, the LGBT community. And I just want to, I'm not going to get into a big thing. I just want to talk about Pixar real quick. And I want to show you something that they released. So you guys may have heard that Pixar went in, and there's this TV series they have, I Win or Lose, which is about a bunch of kids playing softball, baseball, whatever. And they basically had a character that is a trans character. And they got rid of the trans character storyline because they put out a statement that said, when it comes to animated content for a younger audience, we recognize many parents would prefer to discuss certain subjects with their kids on their own terms and timeline, right? And then somebody made this comic, which I just thought was really, really funny. But horrible. We've removed an honest, accurate depiction of trans person from our show, says Pixar. Thanks, Pixar. Now I can tell my kids about trans people on my own terms. And then it shows the parent that night going, they'll come for you in the night, right? This is how people judge a lot of trans people. It's horrific. It's sad. It's disgusting. But then somebody posted the actual rough cut of the trans character when they first reveal the character's trans. And I haven't talked to any trans people about this, but I have seen on the timeline people saying this is sort of what this is sort of what the experience is like. They say they've never seen it portrayed as accurately, body dysmorphia or dysphoria. So I'm just going to play this. It's 1 minute and 15 seconds. This is the clip. I think if you look at this and you feel no sympathy for this child or teenager who I don't know anything about the show, and you think that your children should not know because who the fuck knows why, I'm sorry, but you're a fucking moron and an asshole. But let's play the clip and we'll talk about it on the other side. Wait, there's dialogue written at the bottom of the clip. The chat I don't even see it. I don't have any dialogue. Maybe it's not on this clip. So you can, Doomslayer, tell me what it says afterwards, because it is a little confusing if you don't know what you're looking at. All right, there you go. And that's it. And so if you don't know what's happening in the clip, she goes into the bathroom, and this little girl comes into the bathroom. I think they're at Disneyland, actually. And the little girl can't reach the water to fill up her cup. And so she comes over and says, "Oh, I'll help you." And she fills up the girl's cup and she just does it. And the girl says, "Thanks." And then I guess this girl says, "You're welcome." But her voice sounds, I believe, male because it's a trans female. And then suddenly she realized, oh no, it's clear to this kid, they expected something different. And now what am I? And her face kind of, metaphorically becomes all, who am I? Blah, blah, blah. And that's the gist of it. And people who are trans say that this really reflects a lot of their experiences. And so, people in the chat that are saying, but it's about baseball. Well, yeah, but that's such a but no offense, but it shows such a lack of understanding about how fiction works, right? Fiction that's good, that resonates. It's not about baseball. Baseball is the setting for which these characters that are all very, very different tell their stories. It's not about baseball, just like Star Wars isn't really about wars in space. That's the plot, but that's not the text. That's not the subtext. That's not the nuance. That's not why you fall in love with it. There's lots of things about baseball. There's lots of things about Star Wars in space. And this isn't sex-based. Bitrate says there are so many other types of people in this world. Why always sex-based? This has nothing to do with sex. This has to do with everything with gender. And it has to do with, it's a potentially interesting character. Here's my bigger point though. If you look at this, whatever your take is on this, that, or the other, if you look at this and you imagine a young kid going through this, and you don't have sympathy, for whatever reason you think they're going through it is irrelevant. And you don't have sympathy and you don't go, you know what? That's a person in a lot of pain that's struggling. Then you're whatever your political leanings are irrelevant. Your meter when it comes to are you an asshole is, yeah, you're an asshole. So, if it was normalized, says Sean, for men dressed as a woman to go into the bathrooms, you would see some nefarious. No, you wouldn't. No, you didn't. It's ridiculous. You're not smart enough to be here, Seam. the idea that a woman is going that a trans woman has been waiting her whole life, or in your mind his whole life, to finally be able to sneak into a woman's bathroom. If you're the kind of guy that's going to go into a woman's bathroom and creep around and be a creeper and be an assaulter, it's not like clearly you're not one for following the rules. It's not like suddenly it's like, hallelujah, now trans women can go into biological bathrooms marked women. Now I can start doing the assaulting I've been waiting to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think you guys need to be, but Doomslayer, it doesn't matter. He says, I think people, I'm going to get off trans stuff because I know I can get on a soapbox and we have other things to talk about, but let me just get these comments and that's it. I think people do have sympathy, but people don't think being trans is the solution. I don't care, and they don't care what you think the solution is. Do I go into your life and say, I know you really want to eat this. I don't think that's the solution for what you should have for lunch. It's none of your business, right? It's absolutely none of your business. I don't understand. It hasn't, Addy Pie. It has not happened a lot. You have no data. Yeah, Johnny Graphic says, finally, my plan is complete. Let's just be clear. If you're new here watching this, I'm an open-minded guy. Everybody's views are welcome here, except hate. But if you're here and you're bothered by a progressive mindset or a person or a host that protects, or at least does their best to stand up and protect all types of people, you are in the wrong place. And I do not want you here because it's distracting for me, because people that kind of feel that way, I just, I respect you as a fellow human. But I'm sorry, it's none of your business. For Smoking, I love you, buddy, but for Smoking says kids should be taught to be happy in the skin they're in. Maybe, but that's like saying kids should be taught to not have cancer, right? It's not a pep talk they need. There are biological markers to suggest that people who are dealing with body dysmorphia are dealing with a lot of aspects of the human brain that we're only now discovering that may or may not be normal or not, depends on, normal subjective. And what they could use is some fucking compassion. That would be like saying, oh, you're depressed, you should be taught not to be depressed. You can't do that. Anyway, all right, let's move on, because I'm not going to convince you guys, and but maybe so. Maybe I will. Right, they should be taught to avoid cancer. No cancer in these bathrooms. All right, let's move forward, because if you know, and if you don't, you never will. Or maybe you will. Maybe you'll have some event in your life. Maybe somebody in your life will come out as trans, and you'll go, wait a minute, I've been an asshole. Yep. Okay. But I'm, let's move on. Can we talk about something we all agree with? Let's talk about something we all agree with. Whoever makes this particular account is a goddamn genius. Check this out. I love AI. It's the greatest thing ever. Who wouldn't want to find these toys under their Christmas tree? Artax dying in the mud. Come on now. Look at that. You know the guy who played Atreyu in the Neverending Story? I saw a picture of him online the other day. Obviously, he is all grown up, but it's so weird to me that it's just you would never recognize him in the streets. He doesn't look a thing like, I kind of figured he would grow up to look like Keanu Reeves, because he kind of looks like a young Keanu Reeves. But anyway, look at this. This is a great Christmas gift. My Star Wars, my first Sarlacc pit. This is all from Awada Nation. Look at that. To be digested in the bowels for 1,000 years. Look at that. Oh, come on. What you going to get Lucas making that? No. No, that looks like Audrey from Feed Me Seymour. I don't know what prompts they're putting in, but they're delightful. Look at this one. Being real with Baphomet. This should be the new show on Nickelodeon. I'd watch the fuck out of this, and I'm certainly not in the age. Who's that? It's Oprah. That's fantastic. Oh my God. Look at that. That's fantastic. Oh, now the kid's bleeding. What was the fucking Late Night with the Devil? You have to have seen that. Good God Almighty. That was something. That was a great motion picture show. Look at the kid. Poor kid. All right, look at these. He's got more. I recommend this follow on Instagram. Look at this. My first Back to Tank play set. How can you not adore this? It is your first. I mean, you're back. Come on. Look at the mom. She's like, oh, he's having such fun in there. That's fantastic. But the best one oh Lord, I saved the best one for last. The best one for last is right here. Well, this isn't the best one, but this one's pretty good. Trash compactor play set. That's pretty good. Wonderful. And then the best one is this one. This is my favorite. I'll just let it speak for itself. Here you go. Look at this one. Come on. I mean, come on. It may smell bad, but it'll keep you warm. Come on. Look at that. I love it so much. Okay. You want me to click on the what? The big, oh, there's Lizzo as a stormtrooper. All right, here you go. Lizzo confirmed in the next stormtrooper. There you go. These are not the drones. Look at that. There you go, fellas. Great site. Highly recommend it. Okay. Okay, I would not show you this usually, but I will show you this now because no one dies. Okay, I wouldn't show it to you if somebody lost their life, but you'd be surprised that somebody survived this because they all survived. But holy shit, check this out. Have you seen this? All right, don't worry. They all survived. Nobody died. But what? Apparently what happened is there was this guy that was getting his medicine at a pharmacy next door. And he got in the car and he's an old guy. This is why old people should not automatically be able to drive. You get to a certain age, you need to take a test every year. But he puts the car in reverse or forward, but he thinks he's going in reverse and he slams down the accelerator and he doesn't realize that he's going the wrong way until it's too late. Now I know somebody got rolled over, Blackie Cat. Yeah. Keep an eye on, I think it's this kid in white right here. This kid gets nailed, but he went to the hospital. He had surgery. He's fine. Okay. But he did not die. Here you go. Thank God. I wouldn't be showing it if somebody died. So I guess they're seeing it start outside. They have enough time. Maybe the guy's just spinning his wheels. I don't know what made her say, what the fuck? Right. Yeah, there you go. Here it is right here. See the kid in white? Boom, right there. But he does not die. Nobody dies. Except Kobe. There's Kobe. I think he dies. Get it? Shut up. Your father was 81 and was forced to take a car test and then crashed into a cop. Well, there you go. There you go. See, it's good. It's a good thing. You got to do that shit, man. We took away my ex-mother-in-law's keys, man. We had to. Look at this. Asia tries to figure out Christmas and hands out Santa's tapeworm to kids. I don't know what this is. This is not AI. This is some snack, and it's coming out of Santa's butthole. My kid's name's Sarah. Great. Coming out of Santa's butthole. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be intentional. You don't accidentally go, oh, we didn't. It's not like in Asia or wherever this is in Asia. It's not like they're like, oh, we didn't know in America bad things like poop come out of a butthole. It's like, I think that's pretty universal, or at least worldwide. So, there you go. There should be one every now and then that's like brown. And it's like, if you eat this, we'll pay you $500. Would I eat from Santa's butthole? Let me tell you guys something. And yeah, I'm sure someone will clip this. I don't give a fuck. But so, I've talked about in the past that I would pleasure a hobo for $1 billion. Right now, whenever I say hobo, I think of man because I'm using the BJ word. And that's the idea. It's like I do something unpleasurable for $1 billion, $1 million. It was actually $1 million, but then I said, no, it would be $1 billion. And the other night I'm watching Asmongold because someone's like, hey, respond to this thing he did, this Lego Horizons thing. And I'm going, oh shit, he looks like a hobo. And it's probably because a lot of people say he lives in filth. There was this one story going around. He hadn't taken a shower for 3 months. I don't know if it's true, but I associate hobo with this guy. And then I say, Blackie says $1 billion. I'd do it for 100K. But then when I looked at him, the hobo thing came to mind. I'm like, I don't think I could do it. If it was Asmongold, and I think the minute you're really faced with the penis of a hobo, and I see Asmongold in my head, $1 billion is a lot of money. But God, and that dumb fake laugh he does. Let me ask you this: you guys watch Asmongold? I don't really have anything against the guy. I don't know the guy, and he's made some videos where I'm kind of like, I've been watching some recently when people say Jaffe respond. And he says, he says some smart things about, I don't agree with most of his things, but something, but if you watch him, you guys ever watch this guy a lot? I mean, he's super popular, so I'm sure you do. But do you think his audience believes him when he does the laugh? Like the laugh. I mean, maybe that's part of the gimmick. I don't watch him enough to know. Maybe they're like, yeah, Jaffe, we know he fake laughs. That's the idea. But I mean, he will do it anywhere. And I'm wondering, can someone answer that for me? Is that part of the gimmick, that it's like, he's not really trying to convince us he's laughing. It's a fake laugh. It's like a trolley laugh. Is that the idea? No, I don't want to blow that individual or any individual, but I was saying he reminds me of a hobo, or what I imagine a hobo would be. I once had an old few teeth hobo woman who would give me a BJ for a single cigarette, and you didn't go for it. Well, yeah. Most people fake laugh. I don't fake laugh. Somebody wrote me the other day and they said, they said, I never see you laugh. And I'm like, I do laugh on stream, but I laugh when I'm genuinely, when something's funny. I'll never fake laugh for you guys. If I'm laughing, I'm fucking laughing. It's a real laugh. Usually when I'm high, but say something fucking funny. Show me something fucking funny. I don't know. I was just wondering if you watch, if you feel the laughs are real, if the yucks are real. But even beyond that, I'm more interested in, is that intentional? And so his audience is in on the bullshit of the joke. Because I get the idea of doing that. That's like expert level trolling. Because then it's like, you really got to be on the inside to get. Yeah, somebody say something funny and I'll laugh. I mean, I like dad jokes. Let me go to this great site, Dad Jokes. I genuinely think dad jokes are funny. Dad jokes, but I don't know if I'll laugh, but let's see. My son wanted to know what it's like to be married. I asked him to leave me alone, and when he did, I asked him why he was ignoring me. Right? That's, there's a laugh. That's real. That's real. Yesterday, I went to a DIY place to get manure for my garden, but they were out of stock. I wasn't taking shit from anyone that day. Come on, that's good. That's a genuine laugh. I didn't say Asmongold's not a legend. I'm not mocking the man. I'm asking. Here, I'll play you what I'm talking about. I'm not being mean to the guy. Look, the man has what, bajillion followers? He's doing great. He doesn't need my help. I'm just, because I've become aware of him recently, via this Discord part of our channel now called Jaffe React to This. And I got another one today. Jaffe, here's an Asmongold clip. Watch it. So now a priest and a rabbi walk into a glory hole. I don't even know what the punchline is. It's funny. Okay, I'm giggling. Okay, well, fine. Then I giggle a lot. You are deluded if you take any of the internet shit seriously. They either mentally ill or there's nothing there that is trash. I need punctuation. X by E. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I love you. I want to have a baby with you. Look at this fucking amazing. We'll go to Asmongold, but look at this fucking thing. Look at this album cover. What is this? The Last Guardian of Ither, Dungeon Sith. That sounds like right up my fucking alley. I don't want to play it because I don't want to get a copyright, but I'm going to fucking save that to a fucking playlist. You goddamn right. That looks cool, man. I wish sometimes you could make these album covers bigger, but you really can't, I don't think. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Anyway, okay, Asmongold. Asmongold clips. Here we go. Okay. It's clearly obvious 100,000 people do not all have the same intelligence or think the same way. Some in the audience probably believe everything he does. The main issue with Asmon is the smell. Well, yeah, it seems, really, you're going to go watch Campia and not me? Fuck you, you motherfucker. You day off having motherfucker. Asmongold TV, that's where I should go. Okay. All right, here we go, boys. All right, this looks like a perfect one. I'm not watching the whole thing. I'm just going to scan to where.
Oh, man.
Even that.
I got one word for this. Hoes mad. It is so fucking funny for me to see how mad everybody has got about this.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rep here. So right now on social media, there is a very heated debate on the topic of quote-unquote ugly female leads in video games. This whole debate was sparked by recent reaction to the main protagonist of Naughty Dog's latest trailer, and that is for the game
Which people are blaming me for. They're like, I did this. I'm the who caused everybody to dislike the character.
I will say, I think the guy needs a little help therapy-wise, though, because the only reason he really came on my radar, I mean, I had heard of him, of course, but the only reason he really came on my radar is he responded to a video I did, and he was convinced that I was calling this guy, him, he's like, Jaffe, just say it. Just say my name. You're talking about me. I'm like, dude, I've never watched you in my life except in little Twitter clips, and I blocked you because you seem like an asshole. And I don't remember why I blocked him back in the day. I've reblocked him since. And he may not be an asshole. I'm just saying that, trust me, it wasn't about you, Asmongold. And now he's obsessed thinking, it's like, dude, it's not all about you. A lot of it might be about you. You're super popular. Congrats. That's something to aspire to as a guy with a small YouTube channel. I'd love to have a 30-year success. Good for you, sir. But it's not always about you.
Latest trailer, and that is for the game.
Which people are blaming me for. They're like, I did this. I'm the who caused everybody to dislike the character.
Galactic. Now, the initial reaction to this game has been abysmal, at least looking at the like-dislike ratio on all the related trailers.
I'm waiting for the laugh, just so you guys know.
And a lot of people...
I love how people think it's just a very loud minority, as if the Walmart Americans of the country aren't racist.
I'm not
like
even.
They're
no, I'm not. I don't want to watch.
More
I just want to see a
racist
laugh.
than any gamers are.
It's very weird.
Paying attention. I just want to see him do his laugh. He'll throw his head back. Come on, find the laugh. Is this it?
It's actually
some drinking Dr. Pepper. Oh, here we go. That looks like a laugh, maybe.
Is. Yeah, that is pretty much the most agreeable statement ever, but this is Twitter and this is Asmongold, so people
do not like that. They don't like that. They don't want to hear that, bro. Like, that's it.
Oh, Twisted.
Yep. This is politically correct. Yeah, I didn't say we need to get these.
Laugh, Goldie. Come on, you hobo fuck. All right, let me go to
A lot
another
of people that feel like.
Let me go to another one. Here you go. He looks like he's laughing here.
24 male healthy. I lost an argument today and I got super angry. About 10 seconds later, I just randomly ejaculated. Why would you say that? Why would you admit this? I mean, I don't think you should gooning and hating. It's one and the same thing, guys. It sounds made up. I don't know. Like, I hope so. 24 male healthy.
No, these are fine. No issues yet. Where's the fake laugh, Asmon? Maybe I'm wrong about you, but I don't think so.
Juxtaposition of peak male fantasy. Oh, God. Man, it's really funny because I think that's actually incredibly fucking true. Wow, top one for me, please. Juxtaposition of.
Yeah, so maybe what I mean is this. It's not the fake laugh, it's the fake incredulousness is what it is. It's the here, I'll do it for you. Sorry. There you go. Sorry. Let me do my I don't dislike Asmongold. MX says you probably have more in common with the guy than you think. I'm not knocking the guy. He's an entertainer. He entertains a lot of people. Jaffe left just like my father. See, that's funny. He does this one a lot. And it's like, I don't buy it. But maybe he's right. I don't care. I'm just asking you guys. That's all I did. PK, let's be clear. I don't know who Jaffe wants more, Vera or Asmon. You guys know I am an honest broker, okay? Do you think I'm not making this video? A, because it's true. I find it interesting. I was wondering about it because I did get a thing saying, Jaffe, watch this over on the Discord, and you too, if there's something you want me to react to, great. But yeah, you goddamn right. I'm gonna lie to you. Sure, I'm gonna clip the fucking thing and get 5,000, 8,000 views with it. That's a lot for me. He's overreacting for the crowd because it attracts viewers. Kids with ADD want Rex. I don't know what they want. I have ADD. I don't even know what the fuck you're typing, sir. Can you beat the games you've made on hard? No, not even at all. Not even at all. I never even played them on hard. I had the testers do that. I said, you guys tune it for hard. All right, we got super chat. Let's bring this one up. I appreciate it. Twisted Sith, did I get your mail? Yeah, I talked about it at the very opening of this stream. Thank you for that, buddy. I opened it. I saw the letter. I showed the audience. I showed something in bubble wrap. I don't know what it is. I said, I hope it's not ticking. And I said, but I can't read whatever's in here other than this first thing. Because it says don't read it until the Christmas stream, which will either be Christmas Eve or Christmas Day Eve or whatever. So yeah, no, thank you for that. But I have no idea what I'm looking at. But of course I'm going to clip the fucking thing. What are you, out of your mind? Why would I not? That's the game. I learned it from you, Asmongold. I learned it from you. But I'm not opposed to the guy. I think, he's kind of a dick, but I don't know if he's a real dick. I think he plays a dick on TV. Okay. Hey, look at this. Jonathan, thank you, buddy, for the super chat. I did want to ask you, you've changed your mind the day after the Game Awards about the Intergalactic trailer. Did the backlash influence my opinion? God, no. What it was, and I don't know. It's not similar to the Superman trailer because I don't think there's anything there. Although I'm very excited for the movie still. I think it was a good trailer. I was, when I see a brand new trailer, especially a trailer that's kind of buttressed up or bookended by a lot of other trailers, although this was only bookended on one side because it was the last trailer. I tend to go, I need something really, it's got to be out there to go, oh, fuck, that's cool. Like a really cool mechanic or a really weird fucking character or whatever. And the Intergalactic trailer really, it wasn't a subtle trailer, but it wasn't about anything. It was more of an execution piece. So when you go back and watch it in the light of day in isolation or on its own, you're like, okay, wow, these performances are really cool. These characters are interesting. She has a gun and she has a sword. You start to look at the anime she's watching and go, I bet some of that gameplay in the actual game that we see will be, the anime is kind of a hint at the kind of almost like Vanquish meets Souls kind of style that we're going to get. That was, all those things started to sort of become part of it, where upon first watch the night of the Game Awards, it was just like, okay, it just looks like some lady in a spaceship, whatever, moving on. So that, no, the backlash, no, not at all. The only reason a backlash would ever affect me like that would be as if somebody were to say, you don't understand what this is. And then I would have understood it and gone, oh, but it wasn't that at all. It wasn't that at all. Okay. Okay. Am I a grifter? No. Do you know what a grifter is? This is a real problem, I think, for people. They don't understand that term. Go look up what the word grifter is. Do some work and then come back and ask me if I'm a grifter. Because my answer would be no. And if you actually understood what the definition of grifter is, unless there's something I said that was unintentionally a lie, then I would say to you, why would you even ask me that? You want to play Twisted Metal for Atari, and that's something that's beautiful, fucking beautiful. Love that box back there. All right. They should have shown a few seconds of gameplay real quick, says Bitrate. Maybe, but I think the other part about that is that it's going to give people a lot to wonder about, which is great. By the way, speaking of, I think I've cracked the nut. I'm heading off in a few minutes to do a lunch with Jaffe. If you are Cult Calypso or above or a mod, meet us over there if you're interested. I got to get some lunch first. But before I go, I want to tell you what's coming up after that. There's a Gabbin' and Games this afternoon. I want to tell you something. Some new information dropped on Amy Hennig's new game, Marvel 1943. And I think I finally know what this game is. And I think a lot of core gamers, at least at first, are going to be very disappointed in what this game is. But I am excited for it. And I think if Amy has managed to do what I think she's trying to do, and it's based on a quote she gave Entertainment Weekly, we'll talk about it in the afternoon show. I think whether it works or not, I got to salute her for trying what I think she's trying. But we will see. But that's coming up around 3. It's not a card game. No. It's nothing like that. No, that would be great, but no, it's not that. I mean, Marvel already has a card game. It's not a dating sim. None of that. It's something you would not expect. And it may work. It may not work. I don't see how it could work, but I hope it can, because boy, I love what she's trying to do, if I'm correct. Yeah, when you say you're excited for it, but a lot of gamers won't like it, has me worried. Yeah, you probably, if you're, we'll talk about it on the Gabbin' Games this afternoon. In the meantime, though, thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the super chats, the memberships, the conversations. We don't always have to agree. Hell, we don't have to agree at all. Let's just not be assholes to each other, and we can all be pals. Isn't that what's supposed to be? Isn't that what Superman would want? I think so. But regardless, give me one sec. Only Jaffe can pick up right-wingers and have extra views. I pick on right-wingers. Because fundamentally, it doesn't matter. You know why, Da Vinci. You know I love you. All right, fellas, that's it. Be well, be safe, and I'll see some of you guys over at lunch with Jaffe. Jesus Christ, Rob, are you eating that? He just tweeted it over on the the Discord. Meantime, though, be well, be safe, and I'll see you on a future show. If not lunch, maybe Gavin this afternoon. Bye, you guys. And seriously, thank you for the support. I very, very much appreciate it.